Hey, how's it going and welcome back to Manufactio. In this episode, we will be finishing off the automation of green science so that we can do some really cool stuff. Because in the last episode, we set up the standard assembler so that we can make the green circuits, which will open us up to make the assemblers for the other two things to make green science. So, let's get started. So you can see that between episodes, I've tidied things up a little. I've removed the standard assembler and I've moved it over to here. So it's in a slightly better place than it was before. This guy's now outputting same place, but the belt actually goes... Oh look, there's a freezer. It's now going over this way, ends up back on this belt here, and we've got an item router here to split the two. So redstone and the copper, there we go, end back up here. This guy, of course, is our standard assembler making the green circuits. And we've got item routers here, so we're not going to have a buffer, because one of the things I've found is if you get a big buffer waiting for things, lags the game a little bit. So I'm using item routers to stop that happening. This one here, of course, is inserting a redstone. This one here is inserting the iron plates. We go around here, and you can see I'm just using these cables. They're a little more expensive than using belts, but a lot more reliable. And this one here is inserting the copper wire, which is coming in from over here. And it just drops it down to here, sticks it back onto the return belt, and sends it back into the base. I've also spent the time and tidied up the mess that was here for pollution, and of course it's just going to come back. But it looks a lot tidier than it was. And one of the things I've done, and you can see here, is I've laid down a whole bunch of dark wood planks along here, so that's a lot easier to get to and from the factory without running into the long grass, and hopefully won't turn this into pollution. Still will do this, but we can always fix that. And you'll see that I've planted a whole bunch of dark wood trees, because yeah, it's a lot of dark wood planks to make this, and this actually absorbs the pollution pretty well. You can see that it's actually doing really well, because these guys grow really, really fast. But let's head back up into here. Oh, what's this? Oh, shouldn't be there. Take that out. Those, put that there. We'll head up to here, just in time for it to turn dark, which is nice. That there as well. We'll head into here and have a quick look at what's required to make the science that we want. So if we go into here, I'm going to look up the science. So we've got a red science already made. We are looking to make green science. And because we've now got the circuits made, if we look at the inserter. Yeah, so the inserter requires the basic control circuit, which is what we've done in the last episode. I don't think we can use a basic assembly here. It's going to have to be a standard, because it requires 3 ingredients. Let's have advanced, standard, yeah. So standard assembler, that's what we've done in the last episode. Iron plate, iron gears, basic control circuits, and an inserter, which doesn't get consumed, will make us an inserter. Awesome. And the other one we need is, of course, the conveyor belts, which both of these we've made in the past. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to automate it, so it's a lot better off. This one here, not too difficult to make, advanced. So we can use a basic on this one, which will be fine. And we've got iron and iron gears coming in, that's cool. But of course, one of the things we will need to do, and you can see here, we've got a lot of green circuits coming in now, which is going to make things so much more easier to make things. Plus we've got the wire coming in, or the copper cable. But one thing I was thinking of doing is, because we're going to need to make a lot more modular machines, let's have a quick look at what's required to make the casing. So to make this, we need basic control circuits and iron ingots. We'll have a quick look. We can make them the basic assemblers. Well, that's not too hard. Iron and basic control circuit. It takes 133 seconds. Or 133 ticks. And that one there's 200 ticks. So it's not fast, but we don't need a lot of them. So it wouldn't be a problem if it works on background. What I might actually do is let's set up some of those. So do I have any? I do have a few of those. What else we got here? To make the basic. Oh, what's the basic one? So basic is that one. It requires controller, circuitry, an inserter, tiny input hatch, tiny output, and 2 inputs. So we've got fluid, small energy output, tiny output. One of those. Control would be great. Tiny input, great. And a tiny input. So we're going to need at least one more input. We can get rid of that guy now. So let's go over here. We're going to need to make ourselves another tiny input. Let's make circuitry. So that's not hard. Control circuit in one of those. And the idea is, actually we don't need to make that in here. Well, anyway, we can make that in inventory though. We will need, what was the other guy? So we need another input, I believe it was, which is another belt. So once again, automating belts would be great because we can automate these if we want. But we're just going to make some of those. Once again, can make it our inventory. What else did we need? I think that was it, wasn't it? Basic. Output, input, machine casing. That's everything we would need. That's cool. And they are made perfect. Where's the other guy making? There he is. So there's 2 inputs. We've got an output, controller, input, 1 casing, and a circuitry. That'll be great. We will need, we'll grab some of those as well. As I'll load them up. We'll need to go over to here and grab. Oh, they were in my inventory already. Cool. So we'll need some wire for that. And I think once it turns daylight again, and our friends outside have gone away, I'll come back. Okay, so it's turned to a day, and I have been a little bit busier. I've actually set up 2 of the basics here. One is going to make our modular machines, which are going to make this one here. And I'm just going to run one of these along, so it might actually take that out so it's a bit easier to place. I'll place that one there, and it is going to have to, let's get rid of that. We want it to send on, which way does that face? So if we place that there, it's blue to go out that way. So let's send blue that way. We'll get rid of that, and this is just so it doesn't pass it on to this guy. We'll send up to there, and then I need some more of those, I think. So let's go over here. Got a whole bunch of them. And we'll go into here, and we can place one there, which will then insert into there. There's our iron ingots. Cool. Let's just throw the iron ingots there. We said it was blue, wasn't it? Yep. And I'm not happy about this power cable having to go down here. It'd be nice if it was to the bottom, but this will work. And then we're going to place into the green here. What's the other thing we needed for modular machines? We'll look at the casings here. We needed the iron and the circuits, so we're going to on this guy, I think. Well, we could probably get in here, couldn't we? So blue is going to be circuits in there, and nothing else should come back out, so that should put circuits in there. We will need to put circuits into here as well, so on there, and this line here is the one that's taking the iron in, so of course it's hijacking it and sending it up this way, and the line that is going that way of course is the one coming from the circuit board over there. So in theory we should have everything we need. Let's well, I don't seem to have enough circuits. Is there a reason for that? Let's put some of there. I know it works. Put some in there so it takes it. Get over to here. Make sure that it puts some circuits in here. Hopefully. Or I've done something really wrong with the setup here. I don't think so though. Ah, there we go. Did work. So if we go into here, oh, there we go. It's making. So that should be making our modular machine casing. And what I might do is I'm thinking I'll just stick a. I'll either leave this the way it is and just make it goes in here. So we've got a 64 stack in there. And if I need more, I might set it something to automatically take it out and just stick it into a basic container over here. And then we can jump over here when we need them and grab some stuff. So that makes the modular machines, which of course we're going to need a lot of, because each one of these of course is one modular case. So we've got that set up. And the other thing we're going to do is to make the conveyor belts. We go to the basic, which is here. Have a look at this one here. It's just 2 iron ingots and 1 iron gear. So we're going to have to configure this guy up to send glass stops that way. That's fine. This one here should be fine. That one there's taking iron ingots. We might have to send iron ingots the other way as well, so it goes that way and that way. Did it? No, it wasn't iron ingots, was it? It was. Where's that basic gone? Basic. 1 plate, 1 iron gear. Okay, even easier. So we can set this guy. We leave this guy as empty. It'll route every direction. It won't matter as long as there's something there. We can set this guy, which will be a filter, or we can set up one up here. I won't do that. Let's put one there, and we'll make this one the pink, which will be that one. Hopefully that's done something there, and that should be a returning line from over here. Over here, where we have power. Both of those, yes. We just not have any iron gears at the moment. Let's add some more. Oh, that's not iron gears. Don't think that's working. Let's halve that. Try it that way. Okay, that's working. It is plating. Looks like it's doing both. Cool. So we'll head this way. Hopefully when that comes back around, should come in on this line here at some point. Can take a while because you've got to go all the way around there, but should come in. Right, let's finish this anyway. So we've got that's the on the north side, which is that one there. We'd also need put a power thing there. Can I do that? I can. It's not quite what I want to do, and I actually need another one of those too. So let's quickly make another one of those routers up. Router. Just one of those. I need another inserter. That's not a problem. We have enough to make a few inserters, and of course we're about to start making these in mass, so not too bad if we do it this way. Make a few of those. We can take this guy out though, and he can sit there. We are going to have to set up something on there. What's that colour? So that is the green. So we'll go into here and just make sure that green has got something random in it. Where's that piece of glass I keep using? So green, because we don't want it inserting its stuff into there as well. And then the next one we make will go here, and that'll take the iron plates. And yes, I know you guys are probably yelling, don't do that! Just take that. Just gonna take one of those and make some more of those. You're probably yelling there saying, hey, don't do that! We're breaking that cable. I might have to rearrange this a little bit to fix that. I hadn't thought that I needed to access that one there, and I wanted this to face that way so that we can take off from here and stick back onto this line so it goes back up there. We'll see how this goes anyway. It works for now, and my inventory's full again. Brilliant. Stick that in there, and we want to make sure that we only put in the plates in there. So let's put in plates on the yellow, was it? Green. Green side, so plates on green. And the reason why I'm using these, and I think I said it already, is just because these don't buffer up. So unlike the belts where they'll hold up a lot of stuff, these guys won't actually buffer anything. So if they can't take anything, they'll just send it on, which will be really nice. So for some reason I want to iron ingot in there. That's not going to work very well. So that guy should have glass. This guy should have nothing. The other problem, of course, with using these though, is that I can't see what's actually in the machine without going under it. So that might be another option, as we could actually... Oh, actually, that's not a bad idea. I could go under. It would look tidier too. We could actually put these guys, instead of putting them along here, we could put them under the machine, and then we could still access these bits. May not be a bad idea. Where was the one we were running through? So that one there is taking north. That's taking south, so it won't take anything that way unless it needs to. Are we just not making any items? Oh, there it is. Cool. We still need... Oh, I think it's making it. You see this? There we go. 2 belts. Brilliant. And the other thing we're going to do is, I've got 2 options here. I can either... Oh no, I'm going to have to use an inserter here, aren't I? So let's go over here. And I think I just used all my inserters, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay, that's fine. Let's grab one of these and one of those. Just to make one of those. I'm going to grab that. Wait for this to finish. It does take a little while. Luckily, once we finish this whole piece, we'll have inserters galore. And what I'm thinking of doing here, let's stick... If I stick that there, can I then stick that there? Will it take and put into there? Doesn't look like it. Well, I suppose what we could do, potentially, we could take this out. And inside this interface here, I've actually worked out a few things. These 2 here are pretty cool. One is take from the world, and the other one is put into the world. So if we were to take that one, it's now taking the items out, and it's just sticking on that belt. Now you can use that if there's no machine there to take it from. And the other one can actually be used to take off the belt. So instead of having our chest set up here, which this guy's got a whole bunch of coal, which is why I haven't changed it. But you could say to set these guys to take off the belt from here and then insert into here. You don't need to have both of them set, but if I was to do that, you'll now see it takes them out and just dumps in the world, which we don't really want because it's a waste of coal, but it works pretty well. And as I said, you can use the other one to take off the belt, so we don't need to have chests everywhere, which would be really cool. But what they should have done now is made the belts, and if we head back to the base area, because I'm not using them or taking them off of the area, we go into here. Probably should close that so it doesn't turn dark on us. And we look into this chest, which is overflow chest. We should have belts. Look at that. Nice. So the next thing we need to do for our green science, if we look here at the green science, is the inserter. And this one here takes an standard assembler, and it takes the iron plate, the iron gear, which we're already making, and our basic green circuit, which we're already making as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the next machine down there, and I'll meet you in a second. Okay, I thought I'd bring you back because I'm having a small power problem. And you're probably going to see the same thing in your world, and I thought I might point it out because I spent quite a bit of time debugging it, and of course it's on the one machine that I currently need to make stuff, which is the machine casing one. And you'll see at the top there, and what are we looking at, that I have 0 power, which is weird because I went through and turned all the machines off and I've still got 0 power. What I found out though, as we go around to here, and we add a lever onto the controller, so there's not enough injury. If we add a lever on here, this will disable it, but now it starts gaining power. And we're going to have to look at upgrading the cables at some point. Unfortunately, it does require green research, which of course is where we're heading. But yeah, so now you can see it's full again. If we hit the power button here, it'll do a little bit of processing and then just stop. But at least I know what the problem is now. And as I said, I'm going to come back once all this is crafted up. And I've got 2 machines set up, and I'll be back in a moment. So you can see here we've got a standard. Now, in order to make the... Yep, my inventory is a mess now. But to make these guys in the standard assembler, we need to insert an iron plate, iron gear, and a basic control circuit. So they should all be coming along on this line. So what we're going to do is I'm going to place in one of those there. Reach it. And we'll configure that guy there to be, I don't know, let's make it the... Actually, I'm going to pull... If I pull the control circuits from here, let's grab control circuits from here using the method we discussed earlier, where we're going to pull off the belts. So take it off this one here, and then when this guy produces something, so we just test that, into there, this guy should take it out, and tried, might have changed it a little, we'll see. He's in a position so the next one should actually take it out, so let's do another one. Do that. There you go. So he takes it out, as you can see from having this setting, and puts it into there. We're going to make this guy the... I think it was it iron ingots we needed there? Going back to standard. No, it's plates and gears. So we're going to put gears into that one. We will put plates into this one, and I don't have any plates on me, so let's just quickly go into here. We'll find iron plates, which are iron plate, iron plate down here, that's tin, silver, iron. We can drag that over to here, we can put that in top there, and I think that's quite cool. Don't have to have it in our inventory. And we're just going to place another one of, place one there and one there. So all we're doing is taking the items out, and if we can stick them into here we can. They will be taken off of this line that's going along there. Of course this guy will take green circuits. And we're only going to insert stuff we want to insert, that's cool. And the last one we need to put, and this has got power, it's being powered from below. But if we go over to, just go get over there, into this one, no, not that one, take that out, so much stuff on my inventory, take that out. That's the problem with tall grass, it gets in the way. Oh, no, you're not going that way, what's here, go away. We're going to go into here, and we need to put in a, insert it into there. So now this guy should have enough to make all of its stuff to make the inserters. Let's just double check that. So I'm going to place, we'll throw down here. We don't need those, we don't need those. I do need those plates, which we don't have. There are some plates coming this way, we might be lucky, it might grab some as it goes. Might have to increase my iron production. I thought I had quite a bit of iron, but it looks like we are low on iron now. But we'll let that happen. Hopefully we'll get some soon. Yes, maybe. Sometime. Gotta grab that one that's just lying there. Grab it quickly. Stick that over to here. We'll just drop this. So this is the same line that's emptying onto anyway. If we grab that though, and we're just going to drop it down, not there. Oh, there's one there. It might actually, will that end up on one of our slots here? So there we go, we've got iron plates. We're doing on the iron gears, which is the other one that is making iron gears. They are coming this way. I can see it falling down there now. Shouldn't be too far away. Keep an eye on this guy here. Hopefully it'll appear in here sometime. We could probably just speed it up a little bit by dropping some of those into there. keep an eye on this guy. There we go, we've got iron gears. This will be grabbing the green circuits. And hopefully if we go into here... nope. Go into here. There we go, we've made an inserter. Cool, we need an inserter. So we're going to go into here. I'm going to make this guy place on to this belt. And then that'll return back to the base like the other stuff does. Plus, this guy here, which is our basic. So we're now we've got that, we can actually use the next thing. Do the same trick here. We're going to put that there. Take off the belt. So when this guy outputs, it will take off that belt. And we're going to, under here, put another couple of these. I'm thinking there. Can I get in there? I can. And this one here, this is for our green science, so we can actually go green science. Recipe for the basic is a conveyor belt and an inserter. We're doing the inserters, so we're going to go into here and grab a conveyor belt into the top slot. And then we're going to place one of those and one of those. And now when a conveyor belt is made by this guy, remembering that it is ejecting it over this way onto this belt. It goes a very long way, all the way around there, comes back around over to here, and I actually extended the belt that was here. It used to turn this way, but it now goes all the way along here, comes around here, rotates around here, you can see that it splits here, and goes this way, and then joins back up to here. So now we've got that though, that should fill that up. It will take a little while. How come I've got the belt there? Did I put the belt in there? Might have just been convenient that I've done that. So the belt should be going to the top one. There's some gears going past. Let's just throw that belt in there, that random belt. Throw that down there, and let's see if it picks it up. It did, cool. And what was the recipe that we're looking for? So it's 1 and 1, is it? 1 and 1, cool. We're just waiting on another inserter, which does take a little while. Let's just speed that along a little bit. And hope that that picks it up. That, perfect. This guy should now make... Oh, I've apparently got a redstone signal on there. I did too. Missing. There we go. Progress. Cool. It does take a little while, I believe. Go over to here. Missing input. Oh, there we go. So there's the green science. Awesome. Last thing we need to do is grab a inserter, which I just used to make that. And last thing we're going to do is we're going to take this from here. Hopefully I can face it that way. Nope. Not what I want to do. We're going to have to go here. Let's face it that way. So it'll take out. There's our science. Follow. Okay. We'll follow this along. And as you can see, this is the track that we were previously using for the biogenerators. It is still connected up, but what we're going to do on this guy, on the item router, is currently it is set to send everything this way and then go into there. We're just going to add onto the end here. The green side is going to output the green science, and then that is set to go all the way under there. I'm going to stick this on here as a test. All the way along there. And if we go, can I get there easy enough? Probably not, actually. I have to go all the way around here. Go the long way. Yeah, like a green science, doesn't have to go this way. You can see it's going into the chest, which ends up in our lab over here. Oh, yeah, let's not jump into that cable. This is why I run the cables underground. So that went into here. We've managed to put some seeds into there. That's another set of seeds. That is the green science going in there. We'll turn this guy back on because it's currently off. So around here, oops, not that one. Turn that off. Missing input item. There we go. Progress. And then this is the same one as the red science. So we're using one lab to do both. any moment. That guy will then take it out, and we now have green science. Isn't that cool? Okay, that's a lot of machines we've done today, but we've got the basics now. So if you've found anything of use in this episode, leave a comment down below. But otherwise, have a great day, and see ya!